Okay guys, let's talk about the project named I Love Fruit and Veg from Europe, co-financed by the European Community, aimed to raise awareness of the consumption of seasonal fruit and vegetables in Norway. I'm Luca Zannini, founder and general manager of Mama Pizza, which is a small pizza chain with osteria and restaurants in Oslo, the capital of Norway. So I would like to understand better the dynamics that characterize the consumption of the seasonal fruit and vegetables in Norway. In order to do that, I'm going to interview some friend and Norwegian consumer, our customers. So, Ada, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, I'm Ada. I live here in Oslo. I live quite close to the city center with my boyfriend, and we love food.
Nice. And how often, for example, do you grocery shop in a month?
I shop quite sporadically, it depends a bit, but maybe a few, 2-3 times per week. And
are you doing at a supermarket, for example, or during a shopping you're buying fresh fruits and vegetables around, or you're using a green grocery store, delicatessen shop?
Usually for the day-to-day, I usually go to the supermarkets, but if we're making something with a bit more vegetables, maybe we will go to a green grocery to find some specific products, or a delicatessen store if we want something nicer. But for fruits and vegetables, usually the supermarket or green grocery for special occasions.
Nice, thank you. And another question that I have is, how many servings of seasonal fruits and vegetables do you consume during the day? And together with your family, how many? More or less?
Maybe 3-4 per day. I usually eat some fruits during the day, and then for dinner I always make sure to have a lot of greens on the plate as much as possible. But also this depends, of course, that it's important for us to always have vegetables on the dinner plate.
Nice. And when you're thinking about these vegetables that you have, you're very strict on the freshness when you're buying the fruit and vegetables, or even if they are a little bit expiring or something, you're sensible to this, or it's not?
I usually look for the fresh fruits and vegetables that look fresh, and if I see something that looks extra fresh, maybe we try to base the meal around that because we want to use it. And of course, if something doesn't look fresh, it's not always so appetizing, but if it's already bought, we try to save it as best we can.
Which kind of, this one is an interesting question, and I hope that you remember, which, if you're counting 1 year, which is the most consumed vegetables from you or your family?
I think it's probably zucchini.
Zucchini. And what about the fruits?
Grapes maybe, or apples.
Grapes. Grapes, very Italian.
Very Italian answers.
But under like fresh grapes or wine? Because this one,
this one we don't say.
And do you use often during the preparation of the cake or a dessert or a dish in general, are you using quite a lot of fresh veggie fruits, or not so much?
For the desserts, I usually always try to incorporate some fruits, mostly for the freshness that it usually adds. So I try, yes, not always, but but most of the desserts, it's nice to include something fresh.
Another question that is very interesting is about the origin. When you're going to buy at the grocery store or the supermarket, are you paying attention to the origin of your fruit or vegetables that you're buying, or is not important for that?
I think it's very important to buy as local as possible, but mostly I look at the Norwegian products. So if something is in season in Norway, I want to take advantage of that, both to support Norwegian farmers, but also because they're usually really fresh when they're produced close. But apart from that, not too much. More what looks appetizing.
And about the locals, so what you can say, which kind of locals, fruit or vegetables are you buying here in Norway?
For example, in summer we have amazing strawberries, so that's really nice. We also have really good apples in fall, and plums are really nice for the season. So those are probably my favorites. All used a lot in desserts.
Nice. And do you remember maybe some European vegetables or fruits that you're buying that are coming from Europe?
I'm not sure. Usually also oranges, maybe oranges and mandarin. I love the oranges from Spain. Valencia, so they're amazing. But it's not something I pay too much attention to.
Do you remember some that you are buying or you bought that are not European?
Probably, but I don't remember right now.
And do you pay attention, this one is my last question, about the PDO, Protected Designation of Origin, or PGI, Protected Geographical Indication, in the labels when you're buying fruit or vegetables?
If I can choose, of course, or if I can see it clearly labeled, I definitely think it's a plus. But it's not something that I look for usually when buying something. But if it's there and clearly labeled, it will probably go in front of another product that's not.
Very nice. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ada, for your kindness. And hope to see you soon at Mama Pizza.